Hello guys, so in this video we will take a quick overview on ArcMap and just go through the basic things on ArcMap. So we are going to open our folder that we extracted before where we have our data and maps, and we are going to open USA folder and we are going to open USA base map MXD. In case you don't know what is an MXD is an ArcGIS map document, and this map document is containing all the layers and all the information you have for any project you created on ArcMap. So we are going to open this one, and after we open it, it's going to show exactly like this. This is the United States of America map with some cities, landmarks, highways, railroads, airports and cities, and some other counties also, and the states. So there's so many informations in this map, so we are gonna go through just the basic things on the top here. So let's start by checking what is zoom in. A zoom in is a tool that you use to zoom into certain areas, and also you can use zoom out. So you can zoom out from this area. You can use pan, and pan is to hold on the map with your mouse and just move it anywhere you want. Full extent will bring you back to the full extent of this map where it's already been initialized. So one of the things that you will need to use all the time while you are using ArcMap is mainly these three tools here: zoom in, zoom out, and pan. So instead of you going here and select each one, it's better to select the shortcut key for it. So for zoom in it's Z, for zoom out it's X, for pan it's C. So when I press on the keyboard Z, I have the zoom in. When I press X, I have the zoom out. When I click C, I have the pan. So that's basically a quick shortcuts. Every single tool here have a shortcut, but this first three is the most one that you will use. So this is a full extent, as we said before. This is to zoom out a certain scale or to zoom in into a certain scale, and this to go back to the previous extent. So I'm gonna go back to where I was before I do the full extent, and here to go to the next extent. So this is just you can use it, for example, when you are like somewhere here and suddenly you by mistake clicked here. I want to go back where I was before. I just click go to the previous extent, and that's where I am again. So let's go back to the extent we were at, and let's see what other tools we have. We have here select feature, and this tool, it's gonna help you to select any feature on the map. So for example, let's zoom to California and try to figure out what we have here as information. So we click on this one, we see that we are selected one feature, and we can select how many features we want by clicking on one area, or we can actually drag and drop like this to select many features. So this is just selection, and we are going to use selection later, but I'm showing you how to use selection right now. And if you want to clear the selection, you click on this icon here. This is clear selection. And if you have the next one here is select elements, which if you have the tool already with you and you want to cancel the tool and use your regular mouse, you just click this one. So the next tool we have is identify. When you choose this tool and you click on any feature on the map, it will tell you what feature you clicked on. So for example, when I click on here, it highlighted the entire state of California and showed me that I selected California, and here's the information for it. So for example, it tells me all the information that exists for this feature from the database. And this is how we use under identify. You can use it against any feature, and it's gonna tell you all the information about this feature. And the next tool we have is the HTML pop-up. And this is similar to identify, but it's very customized, and you can customize it per any layer. So for example, when I use the HTML pop-up here, it's gonna show up like this, and you can customize it here however you want. You can change the colors, the labels, the fonts, or you can also add pictures. And this tool used to, for example, if you are creating a map and you are sharing it with someone, and you want to show specific information when they do identify, you are going to use HTML pop-up instead of the identify. So that's HTML pop-up. The next tool is measure. So a measure is basically used to measure like lines or distance or areas on the map. So if I click to measure a line, I can just draw any line and double click and it will tell me how many miles is this line, or I can change the distance here to kilometers or meters or any units I need. So in meters it shows me how many meters it is. Same thing for areas. I can draw an area and it's going to tell me how many meters square this area is and how many miles square it is. So for example, I can come here in the area and select kilometers. So it's gonna tell me how many square kilometers the area I draw. And the next tool we have is find. Find is really helpful tool in case you want to find some feature that you know, like the name for it. For example, let's search here for California and I click find. It's gonna give me any feature that have attribute names or data contains California word. So when I click this one, it's gonna tell me where this is. The next tool we have is find a route. And find the route is basically like routing or navigation. So you select a point and you say I want to get the route from here to another place. But what we are having here, it said you must be signed in to ArcGIS Online with an organization account. Remember the organization account we created earlier? That's when it comes to use sometime. So here we need to sign in with an organization account in order for us to use this tool. So how can we do this? We click sign in and we're gonna use our organization URL. It was agm.org and we will continue and we enter the username we used for this organization. And we sign in and now we signed it. Now we can use this tool without a problem. So here's the first point, here's the second point, and I said find route and it's gonna create the route for me. Without ArcGIS Online organization account, I cannot use this. This only can be done using the organization sign in with the organization account. So this is one of the things that you need organization account for. So let's close this one, see what else we have. And the second tool we have is X and Y, or go to X and Y, and this you just enter like a specific X and Y, lat and long, and you click pan to and it's going to take you to this location on the map. You can enter any lat, any long, and it will take you directly to this location on the map. And the next thing we have is create viewer window. Create viewer window is when you click on it, you can select any area and it's gonna create like a specific window that show you this area. And you can treat this window specifically like any other map. You can actually do identify on it and you can do selection, but it's gonna always show you the area where you selected initially from here. So the other things we have on the top here is to create a new document. So if you click create a new document here, it's gonna ask you, do you want to create a blank document? If you said yes, okay. It's gonna ask you, do you want to save the changes? I'm gonna say no. And this is gonna create a blank new document for me. Here I can open an existing document. I'm gonna go again to open the US map. Here we go. And if you make any changes on the map, you can click save and it's gonna be saved. For example, this is the initial extent. I can change the extent to make it like looks like that, and I just click save. And when I click save, anytime you open the map document again, it's gonna show you this extent. Here you can print it. So if you print, the map's gonna show you which area you wanna print. Here you can paste the document or paste any information that you copied. Here, if you want to add data, so for example, we have some layers here. If you want to add any other layers, you add it from here, and we will come back to this in another lecture. So that's it for this video. We just made a quick overview for what is ArcMap, how to open an MXD, what is the layers, how to do zoom in, zoom out, open a new MXD, save an existing one. Just quick overview for what is ArcMap, and in the next video we will do the same with Arc Catalog, so we know what is the basic tools and what is Arc Catalog is for. And as usual, if you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you.